Toastmasters, and honored guests. Who knows what DTM stands for? What does it stand for?
Distinguished Toastmaster.
Yes. And what is a distinguished Toastmaster? What have they done to get to that point? Barry?
They've completed the communication and the leadership tracks of Toastmaster, and the communication track would end with the gold communication designation, and then the leadership would end with the advanced silver, and they also have to complete a high performance learning and coach a club project.
Excellent. Thank you for that long definition, Barry. You said no ums or ahs. Carol Newhouse is a DTM. She has achieved both the communication track and the leadership track. And being at the top can be pretty lonely. And so my goal today is to encourage as many of us to become DTMs. And the reason why is because in 2 years, Toastmasters International is completely changing the education program. And there's no better time than now than to work towards achieving your DTM. So this morning, I'd like to educate you on the Toastmasters educational program. Or as we would say in South Carolina, we like to edumacate you, okay? I'll discuss with you the 2 tracks that's required to become a DTM. I will give out a handout, and I will have you think about where you think you can be a year from now. The first track is the communication track. How many of you brought with you your communication manual with you today? Excellent. That track is the core, this track is the core of the Toastmasters communication aspect. As you know, there are 10 speeches in this manual. The very first one being what?
Icebreaker.
An icebreaker. You win the lottery. And it also provides the basic skills that we all need to become good speakers. We learn vocal variety. We learn how to use PowerPoint presentations. We learn how to gesture. And so those 10 speeches provide the basis for what you'll be working on in future speeches. And last but not least, you will achieve the CC, Competent Communication Award. Now the advanced communication is after you finish the CC. And each one of the manuals in this advanced communication has 5 speeches in it. The manuals will offer different experience for you to grow in. And let's take a look at some of those manuals. The entertaining manual, speaker. I think Barry has achieved that very well. Speaking to inform. Public relations. Facilitating discussion. You may need to facilitate some type of discussion at work or at church. That would be a great manual. Specialty speeches. Speeches by management, the professional speaker, technical presentations. I'm just going to scan right through the rest of these. As you can see, there are a variety of speeches that you can work on. The 2 that I just completed were speeches by management and interpersonal communication. Now, in order to achieve the first level in the communication, and think of it as the Olympics. We're in the Olympic City, USA here. You will get a bronze, then silver, then gold on the communication track. So in order to achieve the bronze, you have to first have achieved your CC, the communication one first. Then you have to complete 2 of those advanced manuals, any 2 of them. Silver. This is where, after today's speech, I will have accomplished the silver, which I'm kind of disappointed Because I've been in Toastmasters for 20 years. So in order to get your silver, you first have to have your bronze. Then you do 2 additional advanced manuals out of those 15 manuals we looked at. And then you do 2 presentations from the Better Speaker Series or the Successful Club Series. Now last week, Charlotte gave a speech on the roles of Toastmaster. Now I believe that one was from the Successful Club Series. Successful Club Series focused on how can we make our club better. The Better Speaker Series focuses on how can I become a better speaker or Toastmaster in the club. So in order to achieve the silver, those are the eligibility requirements there. Then gold. This is the final one in the communication track. You have to have achieved your silver, 2 additional advanced manuals. Remember how many advanced manuals are there? No? 15. Then there's also a successful or leadership series track, or the track that we discussed there a few minutes ago, or you can do like a youth leadership in high school or in college. Most people usually go with either one of the successful club series or the Better Speaker Series. So that's the track for the communication: bronze, silver, and gold. Also, coach a new member in their first 3 speeches. Who's responsible for assigning mentors in our group? Our DTM. And she does an excellent job. And this is where, when you're assigned a mentor, your mentor helps you get through. With Philip, I think I met with him twice. He said, "Greg, I'm good. I don't do it." He's doing a great job. Okay, let's look at the leadership track. The competent leader, how many of you brought your competent leader manuals with you? Excellent. So the competent leader is the core of the leadership track. There's 10 leadership projects in there. As you go through the front of your manual, you'll see those 10. It also helps us to develop our leadership skills. This is the toughest track for us as a club, because not too many people want to step up in the role of a leader. But it's very critical that we become leaders in this club. And you get recognized, you become a competent leader, a CL. Eligibility. Now there's only 2 awards here, so bronze and silver. So to achieve the bronze, you will then have to achieve your CL. What CL stands for? Competent leader. Y'all gonna learn a new vocabulary on this. And what's the CC? Company communicator. And then 6 months, not a full year as an officer, but only 6 months is required. There's a club success plan as a part of this club officer that you will be a part of. And you also get to participate in officer training. I'm encouraged that our new officers, out of the 7 of them this year, 4 of them are new to the club. Okay? We got Kristen, we got Linda, we got Jenny, and we got Bob. Okay? The holdovers are me, Carol, and Yuri. We're the old timers, except for you. Then you also do 2 presentations from those series there. So that's the bronze. For silver, you go and achieve the bronze award. You serve as a district officer. So for the next year, I'm serving as area governor, where I'm responsible for 4 clubs. And that qualifies as a district officer. Then you sponsor a club, or help mentor a club, or coach a club as part of that. As Barry mentioned, high performance leadership program. Barry, you want to touch briefly on that? What's a high performance leadership program?
Well, believe it or not, there's a manual.
Yes.
And in that manual, you select a group of folks who will help you as your advisory committee, and you submit your project to them, and you work with them to complete that project.
Yep. You can do that project either with inside the club or something outside the club. Maybe something at work or something at church. So it doesn't have to be just with inside. So that is the silver. And then feedback is given throughout the projects. So to become Carol Newhouse, achieve, what's ACG? Advanced Communicator Gold. What's ALS? Excellent. So what is your goal? So what I'm going to do right now, and there's a blue card on your table, or right in front of you. I'd like for you to put on here, hey Greg, by the end of June 30th next year, I would love to have achieved this designation. Is it Advanced Communicator Bronze? Is it Advanced Communicator Silver? Is it Advanced Communicator Gold? Or I want to achieve on the leadership side, Advanced Leadership Bronze or Advanced Leadership Silver. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to write that down and have a couple of you share. Okay, my goal, as you heard Philip introduce in my introduction, is by June 31st, I don't want Carol Newhouse to be alone any longer. I want to join her ranks as a DTM. It's going to take some work, but I'm over halfway there. Let's have a couple of you share what your goal is by June 30th next year.
My
Sure.
goal is Advanced Communicator Gold by June 30th of next year.
Excellent.
The leadership track does not appeal to me. I'm happy to help out in the club, but I've kind of taken a back seat. However, down the road, you never know.
That's fine. Excellent. Who else? Linda.
I would like to have completed the competent communicator manual.
Okay. Excellent. I want some other new ones. One or two more. Yes, Heath. One of our newest members.
Yes. Greg, I would like to complete the competent leader
Excellent.
by June
Competent
30th
leader.
next year.
Excellent. And one more. Craig Barry.
Greg, I'd like to complete my DTM.
Yes! Hey! Let's join Carol up there and stuff. Okay, I want you to put your names on those and send them back over to me, because I'm giving them to Bob. But whether you are seeking DTM or you want to stay on the advanced communication track, let's set goals for ourselves, just as Yuri said earlier, so that next year at this time, we will be a stronger club because we'll be stronger individuals. Thank you very much. If you have any questions after the meeting, please feel free to come see me or Kristen, and she will educate you also. Thank you.